Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about a secret so powerful that when you understand it, it will change everything in your life. The secret to manifesting the life you've always dreamed of is simple. Live like God has already answered your prayers. When you understand the power of belief and faith, something extraordinary happens in your life. You begin to realize that the very things you desire are not far off, and they aren't beyond your reach. Faith is not some intangible idea. It's a real, powerful force that activates your potential and aligns your life with your desires. The first step is understanding that faith is not just about hoping or wishing for something to happen. Faith is about knowing that the thing you desire is already in existence. It is already yours in the spiritual realm, and it is only a matter of time before it manifests in the physical world. What I want you to understand is that when you pray, when you ask for something, God is not saying, I will give it to you someday. No, the moment you ask, it's already done. God is not confined by time. He operates outside of time, and in his eyes, the blessing has already been provided. Now, I know this might sound too good to be true to some of you. You might be thinking, well, Myron, I don't see it. I don't have the thing I'm asking for yet. But here's the truth. What you believe about that thing determines whether or not it will show up in your life. Your belief is the bridge between what is in the spiritual realm and what is in the physical realm. When you believe that it's already yours, you open yourself up to the flow of abundance. This is why faith works, because it moves beyond logic. It's not about seeing with your natural eyes. It's about seeing with your spiritual eyes. When you start to believe that your desires are already answered, everything shifts. You stop waiting for something to change before you take action. And instead, you begin to act as though everything you've asked for is already in motion. This is where manifestation begins. Let me share a personal story. There was a time when I was struggling, just like many of you. I had dreams and goals, but they seemed so far away. And yet every time I felt doubt creeping in, I reminded myself that God's promises are true and his timing is perfect. I lived as though I already had what I desired, and I acted accordingly. I remember visualizing the success that I wanted, feeling it as though it had already happened, and I took inspired action toward it. I didn't sit and wait. I stepped out in faith, knowing that God had already answered my prayers. And you know what? The doors began to open. The opportunities appeared. The blessings flowed. Not because I waited for them, but because I knew they were already mine, and I moved with that knowledge. That's how faith works. You step into your blessings, you move as though it's already done, and the universe aligns with your faith. The reason why so many people fail to manifest their desires is that they don't truly believe that what they want is already theirs. They wait for the external circumstances to change before they act, but you've got to move first. You've got to walk by faith and believe that what you desire is already on its way. When you understand this, your whole perspective shifts. Instead of seeing obstacles or challenges as barriers, you begin to see them as stepping stones to the manifestation of your blessings. Because if God is for you, who can be against you? Every challenge is just a test of your faith, a test of whether you will continue to move forward even when you can't yet see the end result. But the moment you decide to walk by faith, the world begins to shift in your favor. And that, my friends, is the first key to manifesting your desires. Live as though God has already answered your prayers. Living in alignment with what you desire is not about wishful thinking or hoping for the best. It's about embodying the mindset that what you seek has already been granted to you. This means shifting your perception and your actions, and it requires a deep sense of knowing that your desires are not just possible, but inevitable. Living in alignment with your desires means that you're not just waiting for them to happen, you are already moving as if they have arrived. The energy you put out into the world is a direct reflection of what you believe to be true about your life. If you wake up every day with the thought that you are not yet the person you want to be, you are continuously sending out a vibration of lack. But when you begin to live in alignment with what you want, you send out an entirely different energy. You start walking in the confidence of someone who has already received the things they have asked for. You speak differently, you move differently, and you make decisions differently. Imagine this. If you wanted to become a successful entrepreneur, would you wait until you are successful before you start making moves, or would you start acting like an entrepreneur right now? Would you sit in your home and wait for the perfect moment to take action, or would you get out there, meet people, build relationships, create opportunities, and make decisions as if success is already guaranteed? That's living in alignment. It's not waiting for the world to change. It's about being the change, becoming the person you need to be in order to attract what you want. I'll give you an example from my own life. Years ago, when I was trying to build my business and create the impact I knew I was meant to have, I was struggling to make ends meet. But I didn't just sit around and wish for things to get better. I began to act as though my success had already been given to me. I started networking, speaking as if I were already a well-known speaker, and conducting my business with the mindset of a multimillionaire, even when my bank account didn't reflect that reality. I took actions that aligned with the vision I had for my life, not the reality I was currently living in. I made decisions based on the belief that my success was inevitable. I started showing up as the person I wanted to become, not the person I was at the time. And do you know what happened? Opportunities began to align with my actions. Doors opened where I didn't expect them. I started attracting the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances, all because I was living in alignment with what I desired, not waiting for it to come to me. When you align your actions with your desires, you stop being a passive observer of your life and start being an active participant in making your vision a reality. You have to start acting from a place of certainty, not from a place of doubt. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that you need to see the proof before you act. But that's not how it works. The universe, God, and everything around you are responding to your faith. And that faith is expressed not just in what you pray for, but in what you do every single day. This is where people often get stuck. They want to see results before they take action. But the truth is, your actions create the momentum necessary for the results to manifest. When you begin to act from a place of alignment, it creates a ripple effect. Your actions attract the opportunities and people necessary to bring your dreams to life. It's like planting a seed. You water it, nurture it, and believe in it, and it will grow. You don't have to see the plant first to know that it's growing beneath the soil. You trust the process, and you keep moving forward with confidence. It's important to remember that living in alignment doesn't mean you won't face challenges or setbacks. In fact, it's often the opposite. When you're moving towards something greater, the obstacles will come, but they no longer have the power to stop you. They may slow you down for a moment, but they will never derail you. When you are aligned with your desires, every obstacle becomes a stepping stone on your journey. The challenges become opportunities to grow, to learn, and to get closer to the person you are destined to be. So when you wake up each day, ask yourself, what would someone who already has everything they desire do today? Start acting as if you already have what you want, even before it appears in your physical reality. The alignment of your actions with your beliefs will send out a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive, and the universe will respond in kind. Your faith in your own ability to manifest what you desire will begin to shift not only your energy, but the reality around you. You begin to live as if the life you have dreamed of is already here, and soon you'll start seeing the tangible evidence of it. The process of manifesting your desires is not just about thinking positively or wishing for something to appear in your life. It's about having a deep understanding that your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are all connected in a way that shapes your reality. The power to manifest lies in your ability to synchronize all parts of yourself with the vision you have for your life. This is where faith and action meet. Faith alone is not enough if it's not followed by action. You must align your actions with the faith that your desires are already answered. For instance, if you believe that a promotion at work is on its way, you don't sit back and wait for it to fall in your lap. You start acting as though you already have the promotion. You take on leadership tasks, you improve your skills, you work harder, and you prepare yourself mentally and physically for the responsibilities that come with that role. Similarly, when you believe that financial abundance is already on its way, you begin to manage your money differently. You stop thinking in terms of scarcity and start thinking in terms of abundance. You might start investing, creating new income streams, or taking calculated risks that align with your financial goals. You take the steps that a person with wealth and abundance would take because you know that what you desire is already on its way. This idea is powerful because it requires you to step into the person you want to become before you see the evidence of it. It's about becoming the vibrational match to the life you want to create. And once you become a vibrational match to your desires, you'll start to notice that your actions naturally align with the opportunities that are in front of you. Things begin to fall into place because you've made the decision to live in the energy of the life you've always wanted. I want you to understand that your life is not a random series of events that happen to you. You are the creator of your own experience. Your thoughts create your actions, and your actions create the circumstances you experience. When you act in alignment with your dreams, your reality begins to shift. You will start attracting the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances that align with the person you are becoming. But here's the key. You must stay consistent. Living like your desires have already been granted is not a one-time exercise. It's a lifestyle. Every single day you have to make the decision to live as though your desires are already in your life. It's not always easy, and there will be moments of doubt, but it's in those moments of doubt that your faith must rise higher. You must remind yourself that you are walking in alignment with a promise that has already been given to you. This is where the manifestation begins to take root in your life. Think about the power of consistency. When you live consistently in alignment with your desires, you start attracting things into your life that you can't even predict. The universe has a way of rewarding persistence and faithfulness. When you keep showing up and acting like your dreams are already a reality, the world will start responding to your belief system. People will begin to notice you, new opportunities will appear, and you will start seeing the signs that you are on the right path. This doesn't mean that you won't face challenges or that the road will always be easy. In fact, you will likely face resistance, but resistance is simply a sign that you're getting closer to what you desire. Just as gold is purified by fire, your growth will come from the challenges you overcome. Every obstacle becomes a part of your transformation, shaping you into the person who is ready to receive the abundance you've asked for. But don't let the setbacks confuse you. Your manifestation is already in progress. It's happening right now, whether you see it or not. The only thing you need to do is stay committed to the vision. Stay committed to the idea that what you've asked for is already on its way. When you align yourself with the truth that your desires have already been fulfilled, you open the doors to your manifestation. It's time to start living in alignment with the life you've always dreamed of. It's time to believe that what you desire is already yours and begin to act accordingly. When you do this, you'll begin to see doors open that you never even imagined. You will begin to experience the flow of abundance, success, and peace because you've stepped into the energy of your desires. And as you continue to walk in that faith, you'll realize that the life you've always wanted has been waiting for you all along. The power to create your reality is within you, and it starts the moment you decide to believe that your desires are already answered. When you embrace the idea that your desires are already on their way, you begin to make choices differently. It's no longer about waiting for things to change. It's about taking deliberate action with the confidence that the universe is already aligning with your intentions. Imagine you're walking down a path, but instead of dragging your feet, you move with purpose, with the belief that the world around you is responding to every step you take. This is how you shift your energy, your focus, and your mindset into alignment with your desires. Every decision you make, no matter how small, is an opportunity to reinforce the belief that you are worthy of what you're asking for. When you live in alignment with your desires, you begin to see yourself as the version of you who already has everything you're manifesting. Your decisions reflect this inner belief. You make choices that are in line with the life you envision for yourself. You choose relationships that elevate you, opportunities that challenge you, and environments that support the version of yourself you're becoming. The decisions you make are not about waiting for permission from the world. They come from the certainty that everything you've asked for is already yours. Think about it this way. You would never make an investment in a venture you didn't believe would succeed. The same principle applies to your personal growth and goals. If you truly believe that your desires are already a reality, you will invest in yourself as though you are already that successful, abundant person you envision. You'll take action based on the belief that it is already done. When you do this, you're telling the world, and more importantly, telling yourself, that you are in alignment with your vision, and that vision is coming to fruition. But there's an even deeper aspect to this principle of living as though it's already done. It requires you to embrace the role of a visionary. Visionaries are not those who see with their eyes. They see with their hearts, minds, and spirits. They have the ability to picture what doesn't yet exist and live as though it's already here. This is where many people struggle. They live with their physical senses, which often tell them that they are not yet where they want to be. But visionaries live from a place of conviction. They choose to believe in the unseen, to trust that what they can feel and believe in their hearts will eventually manifest in the physical world. When you operate from this mindset, the world begins to bend in your favor. It's like tuning a guitar to the right frequency. You'll start to notice things that are in perfect harmony with your desires. You'll start to find yourself in the right places at the right time. The people you meet will be aligned with your goals. You may not even realize it at first, but as you move through your day, you'll notice how the universe, people, and circumstances begin to align with the vision you're living into. It's not magic, it's the law of attraction at work. When you are aligned with your desires, everything around you begins to reflect that energy. But alignment is not just about external circumstances. It's an internal shift that must happen before anything in the physical world can change. You must first believe that you are worthy of the life you desire. You have to let go of any limiting beliefs that tell you you're not enough, that you don't deserve success, love, or abundance. You are deserving of every good thing, and when you fully accept this truth, you begin to attract those things into your life effortlessly. Your worthiness becomes your magnet. The more you affirm your own value and believe that your desires are already part of your life, the more the universe responds. As you continue to embody the belief that what you want is already yours, you'll notice that your actions begin to change too. You'll find yourself making decisions that align with the success you desire. Even in moments of doubt or fear, instead of retreating, you'll move forward. You'll rise above your doubts and take action from a place of faith rather than fear. This shift is crucial because your actions have the power to solidify your desires in the physical world. When you act in faith, you're sending out a signal that says, I believe this is already mine, and that belief is what draws it closer to you. Living as if it is already done also means letting go of the attachment to outcomes. Too often, people struggle because they're too focused on the how or the timing of their desires. The moment you let go of trying to control the process and trust that it is already unfolding, you release the resistance that might be blocking your manifestation. When you stop trying to force things to happen, you allow the universe to work its magic and bring everything into alignment at just the right time. Trust in the process and know that the timing is perfect. Your desires will unfold in the most beautiful way possible, even if it doesn't always look the way you expect. So as you continue on your journey toward manifesting your desires, remember that living as though it's already done is a lifestyle, not a one-time exercise. It requires consistency, trust, and an unwavering belief that what you've asked for is already yours. Stay aligned with that truth and continue to move forward with faith. As you do, you'll begin to see the evidence of your desires manifesting in your life. The life you've always dreamed of will become your reality, one aligned step at a time. Living as though your desires are already manifesting requires a deep and unwavering faith in the unseen. It's one thing to believe that your desires are possible, but it's entirely different to live with the conviction that they are already yours. This is where the magic happens, when you stop living in the waiting room of your life and step into the fullness of your dreams. Picture yourself as an actor preparing for a role. Before the cameras start rolling, you must embody the character completely. You don't wait until the director says action to step into the role. You begin the moment you accept the part. Similarly, when you decide to manifest your desires, you begin acting as though they've already been fulfilled. You walk, talk, and make decisions based on the person you are becoming. The character you play is not a future version of yourself. It is the real, living version of you right now. When you act as if it's already done, something profound happens. You stop searching for external validation. You no longer wait for someone to tell you that you are worthy of success, love, or abundance. You start to trust your inner voice and your instincts. You believe in the divine timing of your life, and you stop looking for outside approval. Instead, you begin to validate yourself. Every choice, every action, every step you take is a reflection of your belief in the truth that your desires are already manifesting. This shift in mindset is not always easy. There will be moments of doubt. There will be moments when your circumstances tell you otherwise, when everything around you seems to be falling apart rather than falling into place. But here's the truth. Your circumstances are temporary. They are simply a reflection of your current level of awareness. Your true reality exists beyond the physical realm. It is rooted in your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. When you change your inner world, your outer world will shift accordingly. It's also important to understand that this shift doesn't mean everything will be perfect from the start. Manifestation requires persistence. You must keep acting in alignment with your desires even when things seem stagnant or when progress feels slow. Faith is tested in the moments of delay, but these moments are not setbacks, they are setups for your next level of growth. You're being prepared for the version of yourself who is ready to receive your desires. The truth is, manifestation isn't just about the big grand things you want. It's about the daily alignment with your purpose. It's about choosing to believe in your dreams even when the world may say otherwise. It's about cultivating the habits and the mindset of someone who is already walking in abundance, success, and fulfillment. You begin to create your life not from a place of desperation, but from a place of gratitude for what is already on the way. The more you act in alignment with that gratitude, the more you open yourself to the flow of abundance that is already coming your way. As you begin to live with the knowledge that your desires are already on their way, you create space for even greater manifestations to unfold. The more aligned you are with your purpose, the more the universe responds to your energy. You become magnetic. People, opportunities, and resources will start flowing to you naturally because you are in tune with the energy of your desires. The key here is that you stop striving and start trusting. Trust in the process. Trust that everything you want is already happening, even when you can't see it yet. And trust that the timing is always perfect, even if it doesn't look the way you expect. By trusting, you create a sense of peace within yourself that ripples out into the world. And that peace becomes your greatest attractor. So when you decide to live as though your desires have already been fulfilled, you align with a force far greater than yourself. You align with the universal laws that govern success, abundance, and manifestation. You align with the divine wisdom that knows no limits. You become one with the energy that flows through the universe, and as you do, the world responds in kind. The life you've always dreamed of is not a distant fantasy, it's an inevitable reality. The power to manifest lies within you. It starts with belief. It starts with living as though it's already done. And when you do, you will begin to see your dreams materialize, often in ways that surpass anything you could have ever imagined. Stay aligned with the truth that your desires are already on their way, and watch as the universe opens up before you.